to our unapologetic era.
Use your sex talk voice.
Sweaty balls.
Ugh, when I was a kid, one time I was 14, I answered the phone at my dad's house, and this dude started hitting on me because he's like, "Oh wow, you have such a great voice," and I'm like, he's like, "What are you doing later?" Like, so a friend of my dad's hitting on me, and I'm like, this is David's daughter. They're like, he has a daughter. I'm like,
Do you think that's
I'm 14.
what was it called? What was it called? Phone sex therapist or whatever.
Operators?
Did they go out of business?
No, they're still out there.
Why would anybody do that if you can do the other stuff
What are you talking about?
like OnlyFans?
That didn't exist back in the
No, I'm
80s.
talking about now.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either because I don't stay up that late to see if there's commercials.
There's not. You're talking about now when TV used to cut off at midnight? Jesus, we're so old.
Please don't judge me. I'm about to tell a story that's I deserve to be judged for. But I thought that I was doing something really sweet the other day and having a moment with my teenager and watching an old movie from my teenage days with him.
What y'all watch?
American Pie.
Oh my God. Why would you?
I forgot.
What?
The whole movie is about sex.
Yeah.
You know, I got to give the boy credit, though. I got to give him credit because I'd have gotten up after the first scene if I was watching it with my dad. And I would have been like, not doing this. He, from start to finish, watched the whole thing, and he wasn't in his phone. As I'm saying that out loud, I'm wondering how many notes he took. But, I mean, you got to learn somewhere. You might as well, like,
I mean, start
be in
with something like
a safe place.
10 Things I Hate About You or something. Or
Oh,
like,
we did
not just American Pie.
We did others, too. We've done, look.
One time at band camp.
We had that moment. So I was like, have you heard the joke? Yeah. And he goes, yeah. And I was like, you're about to find out where it came from. I had completely forgotten about the scene at the end where Michelle goes, she says, what does she scream to him? She goes, say my name. And she slaps him on the chest and he goes, Michelle. And I was like, I died laughing. And I was like, I forgot how good that was. And,
What's my name, bitch?
and he goes, Michelle.
Oh, I think all the rest of them were just as good too.
But there's a scene in that movie where the friends all set up and watch a camera from his computer or like his computer camera.
Watch the girl. Yeah.
How freaking illegal was that?
Well, now it's a lot easier.
Yeah, but like, why was that okay for that to be a part of a movie? The whole, like, all of their friend groups in different locations were watching this girl undress. And that was the plan, was to watch her undress.
Now they just send it after the fact. I don't fucking know. Okay, let's get on topic.
Sorry.
Today, we are talking about why they call you difficult when you have boundaries.
I didn't have good mom boundaries, so
No, you're showing them fucking a pie.
I didn't remember most of it. All right, boundaries. So I have never been good with boundaries. I've never had high standard boundaries. And now that I'm at a point in my life where I refuse to make the same mistakes I've already made, I am seen as a CUNT.
You can't say the word.
We're trying not to use profanity, remember?
I've said like 5 curse words so far in 4 minutes.
A milfy cunt.
Milfy cunts.
I am considered yeah, not even a bitch, because a bitch is like, you can be a badass bitch. No, a cunt.
It's a horrible word.
Right.
It's a terrible word.
I know.
Why? Because you're being difficult because you set a boundary?
Yes.
Now you're just a
I also
cunt?
don't understand how all of a sudden we become gold diggers because I have standards, and the standards had nothing to do with money.
Huh?
And how dare I say the word stability?
Oh, because they automatically associate with money. All of them. All your freaking DMs.
I'm gonna just
they associate. Oh, you're just out for the money.
I'm just going to assume that any guy who wants to take me out is broke, okay? And if he's not broke, then he only wants one thing from me. Because as some people like to say, I have hit my wall.
What?
I've hit my wall. I'm past my prime.
Oh, whatever. I'm so fucking tired of hearing that. I'm so fucking tired. Especially when it's coming from these men in our DMs that are like 65 years old, bald, and a good 300 or 400 pounds. I don't
care if you're 185 pounds. Like, if you're still hanging onto those 4 strings of hair in the front,
You're past your prime, motherfucker.
Oh man, how did I get this old and this single? Like, jeez, don't go back out there. Don't go into the streets.
Oh, I'll become not a straight out nun, but I would just no, fuck it, nope, nothing. I don't want anybody. I don't want anything. I don't want to see another man the rest of my fucking life. God, there's a lot of curse words when we start. Now I gotta reel it in.
You made me say cunt. Look, so my issue with the whole boundaries thing is um it's not fair that I'm not even like they're not even strong boundaries or standards. Like it's literally I just don't want to be a dumbass again. And now I'm told that I'm such a terrible person. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it does bother me a little bit. Because I'm not a bad person. I'm a good person and I'm a lot of fun to date. But why in the world would I want to date somebody who's got such a nasty attitude?
So they're willing. They don't have a problem label you difficult until you withdraw the energy and time you're putting into them, and then all of a sudden, like, what the hell's wrong with you?
It's not even withdrawing. It's not giving them the time or energy that they want from you.
They haven't earned it.
No, but they don't think they have to earn it. And this
What do you
doesn't
mean
have
they don't think they have to earn it?
this doesn't have anything to do with generations. Like this has to do with just our culture, like our society we live in is terrible. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian or you're not a Christian, if you're liberal, if you're conservative. These men truly think that they deserve because they can go, I want to see boobs and type it in and boobs come right back, come right up. That I am like that. That I am Google girlfriend and I'm not Google girlfriend. And you don't get to just type up what you want and me go, oh, sir, what you want, what you need, let me do. No.
Well, you did it in your second marriage.
Yeah. Learned that lesson. As crazy as that was, I think he might be on the tail end of the normal men that are still left in this world.
So basically, if they can't exploit you anymore, you're just difficult and a cunt.
If you're not at their becking call, if you are not at their service, at their becking call, and you aren't glorifying the fact that they have 10 toes and 10 fingers, which they didn't even do. God did that for them.
Well, do you have anything in your DMs lately? You have anything interesting?
All
Give
of
me
the
some
DMs.
dirty DMs.
I don't have any dirty. They're all hate. It's hate. It's hate. Everybody hates me. And it's because I literally am just saying what everyone else is thinking, and that's that.
Oh, shame on you.
Y'all suck, and the whining. Okay, you know what's going to be said? But you're complaining. You're complaining about the complaining. Guess what? I am a bitch. I am a woman. I don't have balls. You're supposed to. Could you find them and start acting like a man? Please.
But then they're telling you're not in your woman energy. You're stepping out of not being.
This bitching and complaining is about as feminine as it gets. I'm not saying that all women should nag, bitch, and complain, but a man absolutely should not. Without doubt. So, no, do I have any fun DMs? I mean, they're fun if you like to just be berated.
And put down a nice word. I mean, that's putting it very nicely. And apparently, we're 60, according to everybody else.
And 300 pounds.
Yeah. I'm fluffy. It's okay.
Neither one of us look like 300 pounds.
Yeah, but I'd probably make way more money on OnlyFans because I'm fluffy. And they're like,
I actually have been told that I don't even want to say
natural
MILF.
mom bod. Like,
I don't even want to say MILF because that comes across as like something different than what I'm trying to say. But like the mom look,
mm-hmm.
which I wouldn't even say that you have like the true mom look. It supposedly pays really well.
Well, shit. Maybe I should think about this really hard. And why is the side note? Why is a mom bod not acceptable in society, but a dad bod all of a sudden is?
It absolutely is acceptable. They're just not talking about it. The same people that accept a mom bod are the same people that are not whining in my comments, but not standing up either. They're sitting in the foreground, and I honestly don't know if that's smart or unsmart. Maybe because they are more emotionally mature, they feel no need to step up and say publicly, I love mom bods, and you don't look like you ate a truck last night. But maybe it would be nice if they did.
So obviously, what you're saying is your boundaries are triggering people.
I mean, and I ain't even, trying that hard. That's what's sad, is there are women that are strong, independent women that are like, there are so many women that are like, he has to be over 6 feet. He has to do this. Yes. And they
6
mean it.
feet, 6 figures,
Yeah.
and
And they
6
mean it.
inches.
I am not that way at all.
I don't know, big.
But, and I'm not even going to say those women are giving us all a bad rep. I really don't think it is. I think because my boundaries and my standards are average and normal, that's why they attack me. They're too afraid to actually go after the one who has the high standards and strong boundaries that are ridiculous and over the top, because that woman would literally chew them up and spit them out.
Eat them alive.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't there a conquer part to it when they want to? Or they're just too...
They're that no work. No,
That's too much work.
too much work. Like any work is too much work. Any effort is too much effort. Anything other than show me your tits, it's too much work.
I'm not disagreeing because, I mean, that's why I got rid of Snapchat. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, I don't even know you. Never met you in my life.
Well, I was telling you a story before we started about a Snapchat situation that I was like, honey, I don't want your man. Like, you might want to take his Snapchat away.
Oh, that's ridiculous. And that's what another thing is, the women come in blaming you. And you're like, I didn't do anything. Like, he's just following me.
That boy pursued and pursued. And then when I said, you're in a relationship, he said no. And he continued to pursue. But yet you're talking to me like I'm the problem.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he did what you didn't want him to do. Go handle that and lose my number. I gave you the information that you needed. Remember when you asked me on a previous episode, you were like,
No,
would you want the hey girl message?
Oh, yeah.
This is exactly that. Like, this is why I don't reach out to women that are in relationships with men and the men hit on me. I do not reach out to the women and tell them, because all I'm doing is putting a target on my back.
Because they don't accept that the man's at fault.
They don't, they probably won't even say anything to the guy, but they will go, what? And we talk about men doing this all the time, but they'll go, what did you do to make him do it? It's the same thing as like, what were you wearing to get raped? It's an excuse. Like, you're looking for so many excuses to excuse his bad behavior.
Right.
And I'm only talking about men because I'm a female and I'm straight and I date men. So this is not like women don't do these things, but this is what I'm familiar with.
Do women do it? I don't know.
I don't know, but I do.
I watch SVU, but I don't know.
No, I'm talking about like the going behind their man's back and like hitting on other men or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, do I have men who show up in my DMs hitting on me that are in relationships all the time? Am I going to tell their wives, their significant others? No, I'm not, because I'm not stupid. I'm not looking for every corner in my city for someone to have hate against me whenever I was just trying to be an honest person. This is where,
I mean, they lied to you in the first place. They're all like,
they don't all lie.
Some of them are just straightforward. Hey, I'm married. It's
Yeah.
okay though.
Yeah.
She doesn't need to know, or open marriage.
She don't need to know. I don't think I've ever had anyone try to tell me. Maybe one person. I can think of one person who tried to tell me that they were in a relationship with the wife was okay with it. But no, everyone's just like, you know what's
I've
even crazy
only-
though is that they don't acknowledge the fact that they're in a relationship or that they're married. They just act as if, like, they just come into the DMs hitting on you as if it's just normal. And I'm the one that has to bring up, aren't you in a relationship or aren't you married? They're not going to bring it up.
I've only been in that scenario really twice. Once was like, he told me he was in an open marriage. Like, and I'm like, I know you're lying.
Yeah.
I know you're lying because you know why? Because you only meet me in parking lots at weird times.
Oh, no.
At 2:15 in the afternoon for 20 minutes. Or like, if that was an open marriage, then you could be going on dates. Like, you're lying.
Yeah.
You're just lying. Eventually, she reached out to me. I just told her. I was like, this is what he said. But she didn't have that same response of, oh, you.
She's probably been dealing with it for quite a while.
Her response was, it's him. Like, she took it on as he was misbehaving in his behavior. And then I've had an instance where I wasn't involved, but my significant other and someone else were involved, and the husband reached out to me. Like, my significant other and his wife were hooking up, and I kind of knew about it. I saw pictures come across on his phone, but I was in denial. But he reached out to me and said, hey, you know about this? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, cool. And that was the extent of the conversation.
Well, you want to know what's interesting? And I didn't even bring this up to the person that I was talking to recently about this, the story I was telling you about before we started. Uh, that person obviously went through their significant other person's phone.
Hmm.
Why did you feel the need to do that?
Do you do that? I don't do that.
I've done it one time to one person, and I was so regret it.
That's why I
And
don't.
we were broken up already, and I just wanted to know how much he was lying to me. And I still to this day have questions about things I saw. But it made me physically ill. And I also knew what I was doing was like it was inappropriate. It wasn't yes, we were broken up for one, but also like I knew I wasn't going to get the truth out of him. So all I did was just cause a whole lot of pain and hurt.
Right. I
myself.
don't even want to. I don't want to do it because I don't want to. Because then one, you got to admit you did it. And that just calls all fucked up things. Because what if
Mhm.
it's not true or what you're seeing? Or
And
it's
they
like,
always throw it back in your face that when
Yeah.
now I can't trust you or
yeah.
which that's nuts.
I had somebody that I went through their phone one time. And for about a good 2 years after that of dating, he slept with it in his pocket. Like,
You're still with that person. This brings me back to what I said earlier, which is she went through his phone for a reason, and this
Yeah.
had nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Like you're suspicious, and it has nothing to do with the woman.
well, also at
or a
that
woman.
point, I wasn't exactly being faithful after that. Like, I was just. We lived in
That's
different
nuts.
cities, and I was just like, every time we were together, he slept with his phone in his pocket, and I didn't really give a fuck because I wasn't being faithful either. So eventually, I moved to another state, and we were done.
My ex-husband that I had all my fun with, all the trauma with, our therapist told me, she said, she's like, I'm not condoning this, but have you ever gone through his phone? And I said, no,
Ugh.
never even thought about going
Don't want
through
to.
his phone. No, I just never even thought. Like I trusted him.
You really
Like,
didn't even think about it?
never even crossed my mind to go through
Oh,
his
I
phone.
think about it every relationship.
Well,
I've
now
thought
I
about
would.
it,
This was 11 years ago.
but I wouldn't do it. But I
Well,
definitely thought about
I
it.
did then. And yeah.
But then you gotta.
That was such a bizarre, like that was not a normal like Snapchat situation. Like that
No,
was
it was
bizarre,
very
and
weird.
what I found was bizarre.
Because then you got to bring up. You got to find a way to bring it up, which is just another whole awkward scenario. And then if you don't, you're dwelling it on your head for weeks at a time, and then you build up this aggression, and then you're pissed off, and then all of a sudden y'all are fighting all the time because you're not openly admitting what you found.
I don't
Like,
think
it's just
I
a
don't
terrible
think I ever
buildup all
told him.
around.
I don't think I ever told him that I went through his phone. I didn't. I got what I needed out of it, and I just held on to it. I sent it to myself into my phone and then put it like in a locked, safe place. But that same conversation with that therapist, she also said, not condoning this, but have you ever gone through his vehicle? And I was like,
Ooh,
no, his vehicle's disgusting.
that's where they hide condoms.
And that's when I found the condoms, and I didn't know what to do with that. And so I just took them. I didn't know what to do.
Oh, then he's really fucked because when
That's
they can be in the
whenever-
back seat, like, let me grab a condom, and there is none anymore.
That's whenever he came. It took him about 24 hours, which that shows just how much he was fooling
Ooh.
around. But it took him about 24 hours, and he came home and he slammed that back door. And that was whenever he made the comment to me about he compared me like invading his privacy to me being raped.
Oh, I
Like,
remember.
that's like that was so. That's how that all that's how that cookie crumbled.
Can I tell you a secret? I've
Sure.
never told anyone this in my life.
Well, now you're telling everybody.
I'm telling everybody. I've never told anyone this in my life. So I was engaged to a certain person, the professional baseball player,
Mm-hmm.
and I found condoms on one trip I was there during spring training, and so I poked holes in all of them, and she got pregnant.
They actually now have classes for athletes to teach them, like, you don't ever, like, you use a brand new condom out of a brand new package because women do that stuff on purpose. Yours was different.
Oh, the girl got pregnant that he was cheating on me with.
Yeah.
And
Your situation's different. And they also tell don't ever throw the used condom away in a trash can.
Yes,
Because the
'cause
girls
it'll-
will go get it out.
Yep.
And,
keep it at body temperature and put it. Yep.
and insert that thing.
Yep. But yeah, I never told anybody that. I poked holes in the condom and she got pregnant. We broke up. I already knew about it. Like we had only been engaged, I think, a couple months at that point. But yeah. Now she's the little babies. I think she's probably a good 19 years old. 21.
Well, hot dang. Look
Mhm.
at that. Just out there, you like a stork. Like a flying stork just dropping babies.
You pissed me off. It sounds so bad.
That's such a wild way to try to get back at him. I'm going to make you make a baby with somebody else.
Well, I proved a point he was cheating.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've never told that story to anybody.
But yeah, this all brings us back to the whole boundaries thing. So first of all, no man that I've been with has had any dang boundaries. They don't have. I'm not sure they have standards either. I take that back. I take it back. I got really frustrated with my last relationship because not only him, but him and his friends, which they were a different generation than me, they had very specific requirements for the girls that they were going to marry. Not the girls they were dating, the girls they were going to marry.
What are they? I'm curious.
Well, they needed to come from specific type of families that has specific amount of hunting land. That this is not a joke. It's the same thing as like saying that a guy has to have 6 figures and he has to be over 6 feet tall. It's the same type of standards, and they were serious.
But what I gotta go. What else was on the list? I gotta.
They wanted them to have specific types of jobs. They wanted them to look a certain way, but it was all like it was very frustrating for me because
Superficial?
I was in a different place in life, and I was like, why are you not just finding somebody that you can tolerate waking up next to for the rest of your life? And they were like, because I want X, Y, and Z. And here's what's crazy about it is it meant two things. There was two different, like, I don't know, 2 different levels to this, I guess. One, they wanted their income doubled. So, like, what is she going to make? What is she going to produce? What is she bringing to the table? Or they wanted to have a safety net and her daddy.
Ooh, daddy.
Which I just was so turned off by.
What do you want, like 1% of the population then you're looking at women? Because, I mean, like, not everybody...
What do they say about us as women that we're looking at 1% of men?
Well,
Now, this is a different generation that I'm talking about. Like, but it was, at first I thought it was just the guy I was dating. And then I realized, no, this is all of your friends, and not all, like we're not talking about people who were like all like frat boys or all like skater boys. Like it was different
A blend of-
personalities.
yeah.
Yeah. It was really interesting. And I am gonna fall on this sword. Like a guy, I always say like when a guy meets a girl and he's like, "That's my girl," like that's his girl. But also they have to be ready to meet a girl. So once they make the decision, like, okay, now I'm ready. I'm ready to do this whole like in a relationship or husband thing. Before that, it doesn't matter if you're the perfect match for them.
did you, going into relationships, do you ever have already list of boundaries? Or even what they're calling standards with this stupid...
I mean, shit. Look, yes, in the past, it was like, don't be a murderer, you know?
So don't commit one of the 10 commandments and you're
The
okay?
10 Commandments are a good, before, now my standards are higher, and now I'm being called the C word.
Don't be a murderer, don't commit adultery, don't lie, cheat, and steal.
Swear to God,
and that
go
you're fine.
read my comments, and you're going to be like that. Those standards, they're pissed about. They're like, you can't forgive somebody. Or they're like, women are worse.
I'll wait for you in jail when you get out in 40 years. What the fuck?
Yeah, you can trade honey buns for the next 40 years.
There's no consequences.
Everything goes back to, well, what about women? What about women? What about us? I'm trying to be a damsel in distress, throwing my hair out the thing for you to climb up, and you didn't even learn how to climb. You're still waiting for your mom to boost you up.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, when I was in high school and you make one of those stupid lists of, like, this is what I want in a husband, and this is what and it was just simple things, like...
God, that's so far out the window. At this
Right?
point.
Like,
God.
it's not just somebody that's kind and gives you time, hugs you. Like, little things that...
I really literally want to put 2 middle fingers up right now. Like, that's so stupid and
Naive.
like naive and ignorant at this point. Like,
Yeah.
I don't, because I had that in my first marriage. He was all of those things. And like, we were such a good couple. And look what he did. So that's how I feel about all that.
Well, how do you set boundaries now? Like, how would you, as, like... Because I think a lot of people don't understand how to set boundaries. They'll be like, you're doing this and I hate you and that you can't. But a boundary is not what people, I think, presume it as. And I think that's emotional immaturity is.
Yeah. Anytime it comes across as controlling or it's my way or the highway, is
Right.
That's what
That's what
not
people
healthy.
think boundaries are. But a boundary...
That's somebody who just wants to control the narrative.
Yeah. No, boundaries is you continue to do this behavior. This is going to be my reaction to the behavior. And this is not a consequence, but you know what I mean? Like, you continue this is what's going to happen in my
I'll
behavior.
put it this way. I think long distance relationships are absolutely very possible if you're have two people in a relationship who have true boundaries and integrity and character and good character.
Integrity is that major word there.
So you can't have solid boundaries without integrity, in my opinion. You can be controlling and be a dick, but that's not the type of boundaries you and I are talking about. We're talking about boundaries that because you have, good self-esteem. And
Oh, God forbid.
and you want to hold your partner to a standard that they have good self-esteem and confidence in themselves and whatever.
Oh, I will tell you though, I've worked on it. I've gotten better. I would say I've gotten better, but I have a problem of my boundaries for myself, and I expect my partner to have higher boundaries, and I'm really bad about that.
What do you mean?
Like, I have myself at one level, say I'm here, well, I expect them to be here, and that's not fair.
No, that's not fair at all.
I'm terrible. I've gotten way better, but it's terrible. Definitely something I've had to work on.
Are you? Let me see your tits.
Let me see your dick. Dick. You see my baseball?
I've seen my baseball. That probably just has to do with where you're at in life right now.
Yeah, I got to get better.
You think that's been consistently part of you all along?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh. I'm the opposite.
Since the first relationship I can remember is I can do this, but you know what? You can't do that.
I've never been like that.
But I didn't realize that until a couple years ago.
Okay, see, growth.
I'm trying, but it takes a long time to get you out of your system.
How long had you been married when you recognized that?
8 years.
That's sad, but funny.
I know, but I'm saying that's when you get a therapist that actually challenges you. But
hey, it's healthy though that you and him are recognizing these things and you're still married to each other. When my first husband came to me and he had complaints about me, I wanted it to be like that, where it was like, oh my God, I'm a terrible human being. Let me fix that about myself. And he was like, nope, done. Been screwing other people. So yeah.
Other people and other objects.
Yeah. So I don't, that's healthy. I think that's normal.
Well, like we talk about all the time, most things in a marriage are fixable. Most
all
of them
the time.
Yeah. As long as there's no substance abuse or physical abuse or cheating, I think everything can be fixable.
You say it in your vows, for better or for good. I mean, for better or for worse. And the for better or for worse doesn't mean like if the house burns down and y'all got to start over. It means like when she's in her lull, you got to be able to be okay with being the steady and vice versa.
Yeah. Pisses me off sometimes though when my husband because he wasn't born and I think his mommy had been like 45 years old. And so he grew up when she was going through perimenopause, and he remembers seeing things. He's like, yeah, you're just like my mom. It's okay. I'm like,
that's creepy. I don't like that.
He's like, you're just going through what my mom went through. I'm like, what are you, when you were 4? Like, it's just weird. I'm like, stop. I can't.
There was something I was about to say to you, and I completely forgot all of a sudden. And it was good. It was juicy. Dang it.
I think, too, if you're going to set a boundary, quit apologizing for it. Like, that really, a boundary's a boundary. Quit apologizing for having.
Apologize for a boundary. I'm trying to think.
Like when you start a conversation and you're like, hey, I'm sorry.
Oh.
But.
I do that all the time.
No, don't apologize for having a standard and a boundary. But
I was told I was a bad person, so. Look, this is part of we're gonna always be healing journey. Like I'm always gonna apologize for stupid things, and then afterwards go, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that, because it makes you sound less secure in yourself for sure. But it's a natural thing to do. I'm sorry. If I bump into you, I'm sorry. No, it's really should just be excuse me. I'm not sorry. Yeah. It was an accident.
People that are over apologize.
Now, if I stomp your toe, I mean, I guess, and I'm sorry, is still appropriate. But
intentional or unintentional? If I ran you over in my car, oh, sorry.
I wish I could remember what I was gonna say. Dang it.
Damn, think hard.
I know. But yeah, no, boundaries and me are we're on a roller coaster. We're on a roller coaster together, and we haven't. I think our roller coaster is still we're still climbing up the biggest.
I think it's more like a
drop.
Tower of Terror.
I don't know. We're still climbing up the biggest drop because every time I set a standard or I set a boundary, someone tells me, "Well, you're shitty for that," and then I go, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Don't apologize.
And then I have to go, am I wrong for that? And then I have to
especially not apologizing to people that aren't even worth a sentence you're typing. Like, it just don't. Now I'm telling you not to apologize, but coming from a person who probably should apologize more. Like, I'm not
Yeah, but my apology is meaningless if I do it all the time.
right. Mine's if I'm apologizing, I'm apologizing.
Yeah.
Like it's but I'm not gonna be like, oh, sorry, I put your cup in the dishwasher.
One thing I have noticed about myself is that I don't where I used to back down in conversations in the sense of like not holding my own. I don't care anymore, and
What?
I'm speak, Leah. Where I used to have internal boundaries or standards in a conversation. If I was being confrontational conversation,
Oh, gotcha.
I would
that makes
back
sense.
down. And now I'm like, no. Like this is the facts. This is what happened, and I'm gonna stand on it. And where I used to be too afraid to, I'd just be like, okay, all right, I'm sorry. But now I'll say, no, this is how it is. And if you don't like that, or you don't like, it is what it is, and either you can accept it or not. And I'm seeing my way out of this conversation.
Yeah, that's the way you should be.
That's something that I'm good on now.
Yeah.
But as for men, I don't know. They do have the power of the pain.
Well, seeing how there's like a good 4 billion of them out in the world, I mean, there
4 billion of
I
them?
don't know how many men are there in the world compared
Not
to
4
women.
billion that are available.
You made me do the math again.
There's math to be done there.
Yeah, because you got to take out probably at least a billion that are gay. Then you're down to 3. Then you got to take out that maybe a race you're not wanting. So then you're down to maybe 2. And then you got to take out anybody that has a red flag you don't like. Then you're down. Like it's a whole process. It's too much.
Feel about hunting land.
No, because then they're gone all the time fucking hunting when I want them to be home in the wintertime with me cuddling.
That's what it was I was going to say. It had to do with, I remember, because I was going to say, I don't wish a flood on anybody, on any marriage. And I know when I experienced it, it was terrible. And then my parents experienced it a few years later. And let me just say that whenever the
Your
video,
parents had a flood?
in 21, and let me just
Damn
say
it.
that when the video was sent to me of water in their house, I was like, I'm not answering the phone for like 3 months. But that when my house flooded in 16, that was the very last night that my husband pulled me close to him in bed.
You remember that?
Hmm. But that's how important those types of touches are to us as women.
Mhm.
That was a true intimate moment. It wasn't sex. He didn't say anything. The way he pulled me to me was like, we're in this together.
Aw.
And that was it. That was the last time.
You know, it's funny that you say that because I can remember I tell him all the time, he has told me I'm pretty one time since in 6 years.
Was it on your wedding day?
No, it was when I was
God.
pregnant.
Oh.
But that's the last time. Has
Okay,
not told me since.
But that's a real
Like I want to come out. If I'm going in there to spend an hour and a half to get dressed, I want you to come out and be like, "Oh, you look nice," or just something simple. Like I don't have to be like, "Oh my God, you're so fucking hot," but I just want to be like, "Oh,
I don't want it to be dramatic either. But if you said, "Hey, I like those shoes," that means a lot to me. First of all, I'll probably end up wearing the shoes a lot more. But just to know that you're actually noticing something.
yeah, just a little something."
I always liked the idea of being with a man who would like surprise you with jewelry or clothes because it was something that they like.
Is that your love language? Gifts?
No,
I don't remember your love language
no,
being gifts.
it's the thoughtfulness. No, love language. Touch is really my like. Remember how I told you he pulled me in, and
Yeah,
that was in
that makes sense.
2016, and I'm still like feeling that moment. But I always wondered what it was like for a guy to do, or like surprise trips, I'm like, just for a man to be like, hey, I care enough, or I put enough thought into you when we weren't face to face,
Yeah,
or you weren't on top of me.
taking the time to get
And
the
I've
go
been married
to-
twice and have not had that.
Really?
Hmm.
I don't ever get gifts, but I'm not a gift person.
You want to know why I didn't have it?
Why?
Because it didn't have boundaries. It didn't have standards. It didn't have boundaries. I didn't require of either one of those men to treat me the way I deserve to be treated.
But we talked about this before. You got to set your expectations early on.
We joked about saying, though, that we have no expectations, so we can't be disappointed. And that's truly how I lived my life. I truly lived my life having no expectations, so I wouldn't be disappointed. And now I'm sitting here telling you I always wondered what it was like. I'm not disappointed, But I do wonder what it's like to be adored by a man or cherished by a man. I don't know because I didn't require that from them.
Yeah, but I've only had, and I haven't had that many relationships, but I've only had 2 where I was,
Mm-hmm.
and I still reflect on those comparisons and still compare them to my current relationship.
Yeah, it's a feeling. It's
Yeah, it's not like you're wanted. I don't know. It's not a wanting, like you're feeling wanted. It's
cherished. Like you feel
yeah,
cherished.
cherish is a good
And
word.
cherish is the best way to put it because it's not a lust thing. It's not a motherly thing. It's a true like you're being seen.
Yeah,
You're being seen and appreciated.
yeah.
Not just seen and been like, "Hey, I see you and you suck." Because that's how my Facebook is.
Well, did we learn anything? I know I keep learning that I just have a lot of red flags apparently that I'm offering.
I have a lot of red flags, but what I already knew this about myself. I already knew that my boundaries and standards are a roller coaster. I know what I want, but I'm still teaching myself that I deserve it. I guess that's the best way to. I'm not going to say learning or what. Like it's. I'm literally having to remind myself, no, you're worth more than that.
Yeah.
Which is also why like the whole sex thing just doesn't do it for me anymore.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, I got to learn to be more self-aware and not
But if
throw so many
somebody
red
wants-
flags out there.
Somebody wants to lay next to me and play with my hair and tell me it's going to be okay. I'll let them do that.
It'll be okay. You have a dog that does that.
Yeah. She's a little too much. She's too much.
Well, you got what you wished for in a dog.
I need to look at her more often and see her as a mirror and be like, don't be like her.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Is that homies?
It was fun. Subscribe.